Welcome back to my Factorio Let's Play. So I was thinking about it. There's a couple things I want to do coming up here. Let's see. We're really not getting much iron. So we're not getting batteries, accumulators, so we're not getting pink science. But I think eventually, once all these are stocked up and all our iron and gears aren't being used for production of the belts and stuff, then we will stock up on gears on the belt, and then we'll be able to start making these things again. So I think eventually that'll work itself out. But what I want to do up next, and that never got fixed. I could have sworn I fixed this. Is there not? Like, is this not within range? What in the world? That's a problem, because there is now an army of biters at my... Well, at least these turrets are still here from before to stop them, but... How is this not connected to the network? I'm so confused. There should be, right now, a bot coming over to place that roboport, unless we don't have any roboports, but we do. So where is the construction bot that is going to come place that? I don't understand. Okay, there he is. That's so weird. I don't know why that didn't get placed. But anyways, confused. Where was I? I want to... Oh, let me put some gambling things in here so we hopefully get some good, gambling. I just call it gambling now. Quality modules. Let's put some quality modules in here so hopefully we get some better quality electromagnetic plants. I want to just let science kind of build up. So accumulators eventually will, be being made, and then we can use those in the pink science. And basically, I want to... I'm going to use these up real quick because we have the means to make those. The higher quality batteries. And I'll do this one up here in light green, in uncommon, just so that we can put them all in one place. Eventually we'll start making these again. But what I was gonna do was kind of set this up to run, and then take my focus elsewhere, go back to novice and do some stuff, go back to start going to the next planet so I can unlock, because basically this planet's good. I've unlocked the couple of things we need for it, electromagnetic plants, recyclers, and then now I can set up pink science and leave, and then just kind of set up my rocket to, be going in between planets and delivering pink science to novice for research. So, but what I was gonna do before I leave here, I was going to do another creation of this. How many batteries do I have here? I don't know if I have enough batteries for that. It's almost 2,000. I was gonna try to do another creation of the sushi belt I made on this little island on Fulgora and dedicate it solely to holmium. Get rid of everything else, just have somewhere else that's building as much, basically trying to double the amount of holmium we're getting, because right now we're producing, and that's per minute. We're producing 24 holmium per minute, and for holmium solution, that's 2 holmium ore per 100 holmium solution, 20 holmium, so 5 plates per production of this. It's not very much. Anyways, is my point. We're not making a lot of these pink plates. And I think also what is good for these is productivity modules so that we stretch, you know, our resources as much as we can. We're getting extra stuff out of there. But yeah, I was thinking possibly maybe build an entire thing dedicated to only holmium ore, just so we get another belt going, even though it'd be kind of wasteful. Like this one down here, there's not that much scrap there. We could mine all that scrap down here and just have a little thing going just for more holmium plates and then ship them up here. Yeah. And basically once I had that all running, I also had an idea of, so right now I just have it limited here. I wanted to gamble for better ones like we have here, recycler, blue quality. But I don't want to just leave the chest completely open because eventually it'll back up and there won't be, you know, it'll run out of space just like it did when it was limited to 5 slots. So I had the thought that I could do some circuit logic. So I want to set up a recycler here. I'm going to put a purple chest so the output is taken care of promptly. And I'm going to say this is going to feed directly into this recycler. But before I do that, I'm going to set a circuit condition. So I want it to read the contents of this chest. And as long as there is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1,000 in here, or 100, because I stacked to 20. If there is over 100 recyclers in this chest, I want this to activate and start trashing them. Recyclers of regular quality. So basically, we're gonna keep making recyclers all the time. We're gonna just be making recyclers, hoping that we get a good one. If not, we stack it up, and once we hit 100, if we get 101 of the base quality ones, it'll grab it, recycle it, and then put its contents into here that the bots will then promptly get rid of because it's a purple chest. So that way, we're gonna whitelist this to only grab, just as an extra precaution, whitelist this to only grab regular quality recyclers, common ones. We don't want it to get rid of any of the blue, green, or once we unlock the higher ones. So eventually the idea is we keep a backlog of, you know, regular ones, and then we start building up blue and green quality ones. And I'm not going to do that for the electromagnetic plants because they're just so intensive on, they take 150 holmium plates. I don't want to trash anything. So, well, that's fine for now. I'm going to throw this down over here. Just some more speed. And yeah, so we're going to keep crafting recyclers that we can also send to novice if we ever need more novice. We're going to craft more electromagnetic plants. There's not much else I can do here besides make it bigger, which I can't really make it bigger right now because we're limited by space. But I was thinking if I go and kind of rebuild what I did here with this, you know, little roundabout and some recyclers on a different island, I could at least give myself a little bit more holmium on this planet for more pink sides. So what are we gonna need for that? I'm gonna need some of these. I'm gonna need some rail ramps, and I need some rails, which we need to have something crafting for this. So grab stuff out of here. Get into a chest. Limit that chest. And copy this. The only problem is we're gonna kind of use all these belts again. So I could probably get rid of the belt production on this planet. We've made as much as we're probably gonna need, but and I didn't think about it, but iron holes is actually not iron plates. Who would have thought? This to the left, just a hair. And redo this. Move it over one tile. And this is iron sticks. Now we're making rails that we need for the trains. I probably also should have sent over some trains. But that's okay. So we're going to need the locomotives to be built too. And the only part that's hard about these is the engine units. But those aren't too bad to make. Alright, so we're going to get rid of these belts. We don't need any more belts being made on this planet. We'll use what we have here, and then if we need more, figure it out then. But I think the blue belts that we have is going to be good enough. And they're gonna throw everything into my inventory, so that's annoying. But we need some engine units. I'm just trying to make the train engine here, by the way. Need some engine units. What do those take? Those take gears, but they also take iron pipes. Iron pipes. We need iron. I want something to only grab gears. And then this is going to make locomotives. It's going to grab off of the belt here. And it's going to put locomotives in the chest for us. I'm only going to do one for now. We don't need that many. And I'm also going to add to my requests 1,000 pink cell. Okay, so got these. We can make a couple of these. We just need, so we find concrete for those. Another one of these. This should be good. Making all this stuff by hand, but I don't really want to set up production for like all these little intermediate things. So I'm just gonna try to craft enough for like one train to bring stuff over. And that should be good. So I'm gonna let these guys empty out my trash real quick. We got a lot of uncommon accumulators. That's pretty awesome. So I think what I could do is do an upgrade planner here. Get rid of all these. And I want to go from green to blue. No, these are going to go from... This top one was going to be green ones. This one was going to be... I was going to make all blue. So we're going to say we want in this upgrade planner gray regular accumulators. We want them to be upgraded to rare, and then we're also going to say that we want uncommon to be upgraded to rare. So I'm gonna throw this down, and I want this whole row right here eventually to be rare as soon as they're available. And we're gonna modify it up here and turn all the regular ones into uncommon. Right here. So now there's a blueprint here requesting rare accumulators and uncommon accumulators, and as soon as they're made here, they'll go and get switched out. Now we're gonna run over here. Let me make sure I have enough of everything I'm gonna need to build this. Definitely need more belts. So I'm gonna grab all of these belts. And I know I spent all that time making that, but I think it's enough for what we are doing. And it also frees up more room to make some other stuff right here if we need. I did not have those get put into there, so there we go. Here's another one of these. And some sticks and plates. More steel. Don't get any steel. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna go over and we are gonna make a whole nother setup. Thing is, we're also gonna need batteries. I just thought about it. Accumulators for power over there, because there's not gonna be a way for us to connect up to this power network because of the ocean here. We can't build on it yet. Let me send those down real quick because I brought over a ton from Novice. We're about to send our first pink science back to Novice. We'll have 1,000, so that's really exciting. I'm gonna have to try to decide what I wanna make with that 1,000. Probably these, or is it scrap recycling productivity? I'm not sure which is more important. Okay, so let's go over here. And again, I'm just going to build this second one only for holmium. So we're just going to try to have a whole nother thing going over here that is just for holmium. That's all I want to produce over here. Well, the only focus. That's all we care about. Clean all this up. Down so that these guys I don't have logistics spots over here. This isn't gonna work. Or logistics. That's fine. We're just gonna have a bunch of crap in our trash for when we get back to the other side. Let me build up a little thing that I can copy and paste over here. So as far as it reaches, that's as far as that reaches, and then we'll put one of these right here for coverage, probably on each of those. We'll just keep it uniform on the left side. So now we can copy this, paste it like that. Just gonna throw this stuff in a chest for now. Because we're gonna, actually we need those. Keep those on me. We're gonna have to clear all this out too, just so we have room to build stuff over here. Copy this. Just get coverage. The actual building should be easy. I'm just gonna kind of copy the sushi belt that we built up there. This is gonna be trees and rocks only, which I think, no, it doesn't account for these. I guess these don't count as trees and rocks, so we'll just have to put down a deconstruction planner first. I'm so slow. I cannot wait till I get the next armor. Power Armor Mark II. I already could have it, actually. Now that I'm looking at it, I should make the next armor, but Power Armor Mark II goes straight into the mech armor, and I really just kind of want to... I haven't, like, needed it. I'm still able to make it work. The only thing that sucks is, like, running super slow. I can't put, like, 10 exoskeletons in this thing because of the small inventory space. But... takes forever clearing out all this junk. And it's just full of junk. Now all those are doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and look at this setup here. I'm just gonna get this copy pasted somewhere in here. Yeah, look at the other way. Like so. Then we're just gonna delete almost everything out of here. We don't want any of this stuff. I don't even want pink science. This is just gonna be a place that produces holmium plates. And I need to go back over and empty out inventory really quick. So there's just so much junk that these guys are grabbing from over there. Let's see. Did I already launch all the science off this one? I think so. Yep. We have 1,000. We don't have enough of these yet, but it is because... oh, this all got built. This got connected, eventually built, rebuilt, all that fun stuff. So that's awesome. Don't have to worry about that for a little while anyways. We have almost 2,000 of this uranium, so one of my videos coming soon, I can start to set up the nuclear. And then... just waiting on 5 more of those guys. Holmium. Which, I'll just let science build up. It's fine. 15 of these is enough to send back to novice for now. That'll get us probably the blue chip setup finished that we had going here. Send this back to novice. We'll be able to make more of these once I get more holmium plates coming over on a train. And I don't really use trains, so I don't really know the circuit logic I'm going to do. Like, obviously, it's going to take years for a full thing. Maybe like one stack at a time I'll bring over. Let's try to empty all this out, too. Hopefully I have enough blue belts on me. We'll find out. I think so, just to get this going. This and fill out the rest of the island here with those setups, power poles, lightning collectors. Yeah, so our like holmium is just 1% of whatever scrap you're going through. So right now we're consuming like almost 3,000 per minute, 2.6K. So our production of holmium ore is around like 1% of that. It's not exactly, but I don't think it's represented perfectly on this screen. It's basically the only way to get more holmium ore is to be recycling more scrap, so you get that chance. And to recycle more scrap, you have to have empty space on the belt. So right now, with this setup, yes, we're able to make lots of different things with all the stuff that's on this belt, but we're not recycling scrap all the time. A lot of times we're recycling the stuff that came from the scrap. So you're not getting a chance of getting holmium ore from recycling this stuff. So my idea over here is going to be, we're going to mine the scrap, recycle scrap, and then try to only get, try to keep scrap recycling as much as possible. So I'll figure out how exactly I'm going to do that. I think there'll be some ways to kind of on the belt, like get the other things, basically empty it out so that there's like basically just throwing everything away. We're just going to throw everything away and just try to process as much scrap, raw scrap as we can to try to maximize the amount of holmium we're getting. I don't know if it's a good idea. I just had the idea today. I was like, wait, so that the only way to get more holmium is to recycle more scrap, which I can't really do up there. So I'll just start a new one and recycle, kind of throw everything else away and just get, try to get more holmium, ship it up here to add to the production of holmium up here. And that'll let us make a little bit more science, a little bit more electromagnetic plants. And then once we get more science going, we can research some things. Like if we get, if we're able to get a few things of this going, we'll start getting more productivity from more use out of the scrap. And I just have way too much stuff in my inventory. Not enough logistics spots on the network. There's only 32. I don't know why I waited so long, but I'm going to put another 50 or so, maybe another 50. I think because I didn't want to overload the power with too much bots, but it's fine. I think our power will hold currently with what we got going on right here. This is back on novice, so send those down. And I'm gonna have to redo the science lab setup, which we have some better science labs, so we can redo that, upgrade those a bit. But there's nowhere to put this pink science. There's nowhere to put it into a lab right now. So I'm going to have to redo this and figure out the puzzle for getting more than 7 sciences. Well, I guess I could right now put all this on one side of a belt and then put the pink science on the other side. But then we're also going to have the next tier of science and then the next tier of science. So I'll probably just try to do something that's like future-proofed for the next couple planets. But let me cancel this real quick because I don't need that many. I want to take all the accumulators from Novice. We're still going to need some. Well, we have a lot, but I don't want to take all of them from the planet. But yeah. So this is going to take a little bit of time, but pretty soon we're going to start researching with pink science. We already got 1,000 on Novice and another 1,000 queuing up. And then with this other setup I build, we'll hopefully have more holmium plates coming into this to make more of these and more pink science. And then once I get that going, I'll probably start to try to make my way to the next planet. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.